You talk about the habit stack of super wealthy people. Can you walk us through this habit stack that wealthy people have?
First thing I would say is you've got to believe in your vision when no one believes in your vision
Oh,
until
no.
the world believes in your vision. So the first part of the habit stack of the super wealthy people I've worked with is they are careless of the opinions of others.
Careless of the opinions of others.
Careless of the opinions of others. Most of them couldn't care less what we think about their habits, their beliefs, the way they live. They're pirates. They're pirates. They're gangsters. And I think most of us we're so polite. We're so plugged into the majority consciousness. If someone says, that's a silly idea for your health, or you want to find that person to spend your life with, or you want to go live in Tokyo and go ghost for a year, are you crazy? We say we want to leave our jobs and launch a new venture. First time our parents or our best friends or significant other or stranger in the street says, well, that's not possible. We believe them. George Bernard Shaw said it beautifully. He said, the reasonable man, and obviously woman, but his words were, the reasonable man adapts himself to the world. The unreasonable one persists in adapting the world to himself.
Oh,
Therefore, all progress depends on the unreasonable man.
interesting.
So we must not listen to the trolls. We must not feed the trolls. And the billionaires, the financial tycoons, they have a vision. They understand the nature of a disruptive vision is it terrifies the status quo. The status quo doesn't celebrate disruptors. It throws rocks at them. So our job is to take the stones the critics throw at us and build them into monuments that inspire the world. Second thing is these people are incredibly disciplined. We know from science discipline is like a muscle. So do difficult things, take the cold baths, join the 5 a.m. club. The project that most frightens you is the one you need to do. The conversation you're most resisting is the one you need to be having. And I would actually go out on a limb for you and say, hard is easy and easy is hard. So I think you want to build a financial fortune. It comes from the consistent doing of difficult things, but it gives you an easier life.
Yes.
And you try to do easy things and hang out with the easy crowd and easy habits and easy books and easy conversations and easy work projects, you have a hard life. So the second thing is they are strong willpower.
Mm-hmm.
Thirdly, and you've heard this a million times, but I think of the Japanese proverb, get knocked down 7 times, get up 8. They just like that boxer who just gets down and you just go, stay down, please stay, don't just please, and they're just like they just get back up and they just get back up. And I'm reading Nobu's memoir right now, and man, I don't know if you know his story, but he was a Japanese apprentice sushi chef, comes from very humble beginnings, went to Argentina. His restaurant ultimately failed, went back to Japan, went to Alaska for another opportunity. His restaurant burnt down. This is Nobu. Thought about killing himself. I guess the Japanese honor and
Yeah, the shame.
the shame, right? The shame, people saying he's failing.
Yeah.
So thought about that. His wife pulled him out of it, started kind of a hole in the wall in not far from where we are. I believe in West Hollywood or Beverly Hills. And I believe it's called you probably know.
Yeah. Well, there's Nobu here. Yeah.
Yeah, so he started that one, and one day it started to get some traction. And one day Robert De Niro was brought in by a producer, and Robert De Niro fell in love with the food and said, come to New York, let's start a restaurant. Nobu went, but he wasn't ready. So Robert De Niro kept on coming back for 4 years, different meals, every time he was in LA, loving the food. And eventually he called Nobu and he said, come on. And Nobu said, it's time. And I realized Robert De Niro was waiting 4 years for me to say yes. But my point is absolutely relentless, 40 years in the game, and now he's Nobu. So that would be the third thing. I could go on about the habit stack of the billionaires, but those would be three things that immediately come to mind.